I just picked up a massive haul of comics from 3 different sellers. Let's dive in and see what I picked up. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. So like I just mentioned, I picked up 3 big hauls of comic books and some other random stuff as well. I can't wait to show you. But as you saw from today's video title, one of these packages containing some expensive key comics was packaged so incredibly bad. And I'm going to show you, and we'll talk a little bit about it in just a moment, which is kind of funny because I just recently mentioned in one of my last videos about how I ordered some comics and they were shipped terribly. And once again, I am, cursed with these sellers that really don't know anything about comic books, selling comics over on Whatnot and shipping them terribly. And luckily, most of the stuff was not damaged. We'll get into it in just a moment. Let's take a look at some of the cool stuff I picked up. Keep this on a positive note. First haul is all Bronze Age horror, mostly DC stuff. I got this from a seller over on Whatnot. This was packaged wonderfully, and I got some great prices. Most of these books here I paid between $1 and $4 for. So first one here, Weird Mystery Tales issue 20. I just love the artwork. Of course, this is a big part of what I collect. So happy to grab some more books that I need for my collection. There's Weird Mystery Tales 22, another crazy cover. We got some Charlton. We got All New Haunted, number 12. Always love the artwork on the Charlton books. There's a great cover. House of Secrets, 137. Some of these are lower grade, but as you know, if you've seen any of my videos, I do not mind low grade, especially when I'm getting them for like $1 or $2. Here's Ripley's Believe It or Not, little 15 center. Got another one, cool covers. Witching Hour 53, really cool. With a little Marvel mixed in. Weird Wonder Tales number 6, low grade, but great cover. Weird Wonder Tales 19. And issue number 8, another amazing cover. Also lower grade on that one, but like I said, I do not care. It goes in my personal collection. I'm not worried about beating them up if I want to read them. They're not keys. It doesn't matter if they're low grade. Ghost Manor, issue number 5. That's a cool one. House of Secrets, 142. Look at that crazy cover with all the bugs. That looks terrifying. This is a great one here. House of Mystery, 230. Really awesome UFO cover. I really like that one. I needed that one for my run. Issue 249, A House of Mystery. Where Creatures Roam, number 6. A little 15 center featuring Zog. That's pretty cool. House of Mystery, 210. Beautiful cover on that one. Dead of Night, issue number 2. Not too bad of a grade on that one. Vault of Evil, 14. Vault of Evil, 18. This one's very low grade. I'm sure I paid like $1 for that. Chamber of Chills, number 7. Like, if I found these books in a dollar bin, I'm grabbing them. I don't care if they're beat up or low grade. I mean, for $1 or even $2 or $3, I think it is a steal. It's I can't leave them behind, Unexpected. This one looks nice. Issue number 146. Really cool cover on that one. Unexpected 163. Another great cover. Another great cover. Unexpected 166. These are really cool, these Unexpected books. 164. Look at that creepy ghost. And another beautiful cover on Unexpected 145. So like I said, all of these were from one seller over on Whatnot. I can't remember who it was. I'll try to throw it up on the screen if I remember. But, some cool books. I got them cheap, and I'm happy to pick these up. Halloween's over, so the horror stuff has gone down in price slightly. So happy to grab these for just a few bucks each. So this next haul was actually from Whatnot as well, from another seller. I can't think of what the name of the sellers were, but like I said, I'll throw them on the screen if I can. But it was actually Veterans Day, and they were selling all war books. So I had to jump on that. I'm a huge collector of military comics. We have a little Charlton, Our Fighting Forces in Action, Attack, issue number 1. I thought that was really cool. I needed that for my collection. And all of these, I think I paid, $5 or less, which is awesome. Our Army at War 283. Always like really great cover art and Joe Kubert stuff. I mean, really cool. Weird War Tales, one of my favorite titles. It's a little mix of war and horror. Issue number 20. Happy to grab that one. A little Silver Age Sergeant Fury. Look at that great cover of that one. I love the just the red and white with the giant peace sign. That is so cool. Issue number 64. This was a great grab for just a few bucks. Star Spangled War Stories featuring Enemy Ace, issue 140, amazing cover art, Silver Age book there in really nice condition, believe it or not. I probably paid like $4, $5 maybe at the most. Black Hawk 223. I like the Black Hawk books as well. Weird War Tales 78. Crazy looking covers. Weird War 81. This was a cool find. War Stories Combat, a Dell Silver Age book. I thought that was really cool. Weird War 76 with a werewolf on the cover. A little GI Robot in Weird War Tales 122. Happy to grab that one. A 15-cent Sergeant Fury, issue 82. Cool cover. We got Our Fighting Forces featuring the Losers. Captain Storm, Johnny Cloud, Gunner, and Sarge. Issue 129. Great cover. Weird War 107 with like the Medusa on the cover. That's awesome. Another Silver Age Sergeant Fury, issue 53. DC War, Star Spangled War Stories. I can't even read. It's a tongue twister. Issue 163. And I don't know if these were maybe the original prices or something, but I definitely didn't pay $12 for that. Probably paid $2 or $3. Combat Kelly and the Deadly Dozen, issue number 3. That's a run that I'm almost completed. Randomly, there was a giveaway, so I won an X-Men book, 260, and a Sword of Adam. That was a giveaway that I won, so that was pretty cool. Strange Adventures 171. Had a $35 price tag on there. That's crazy. Silver Age DC book. Cool looking cover. Not exactly like a war book, but you know what it was? He started doing like non-war books towards the end of the show. That's what it was. Because there's some other ones in here that I grabbed. Jungle Action number 10. I totally forgot about all these. Jungle Action 12. I love these Black Panther Jungle Action books. Issue 15. And like I said, I got these for like just a few bucks. It was an awesome deal. Jungle Action 16. Nice little run there. And 17. This was a killer grab. I love this run. The Silver Age Nick Fury run. And that is such a crazy cover with the Christmas ornaments, with Hate Monger. I mean, what a crazy cover. The book's in really nice condition. And I probably paid maybe $5 for it. That was a steal. That was a crazy steal. Weird Adventure Comics, another run that I love. Issue 436. Great looking Spectre cover. Oh, and I think there's some Golden Age in here too. I don't know. There's a bunch of random stuff. Undersea Agent, issue number 2. I just thought that was really cool. Jungle Gym 22. That's awesome. Little 12-cent Charlton book. And I mean, with a press, this would look pretty nice. Yeah, there were some 10-cent books in here. Some Golden Age Famous Funnies, issue 71. I think I paid $1 for this. It was insane. You know, this one's really low grade, but still, what a deal. Issue 187 of Famous Funnies. And issue 133. This was a really good grab. I'll throw the seller's name up if I can find it. But some really, really cool stuff. Now let's get to the last little bundle of books that I purchased. And as I mentioned, the seller off of Whatnot obviously knew nothing about comics. I believe it was like one of those, just a straight up reseller. And, they were selling comic books. He had a whole bunch of stuff. And there was some really good stuff hiding in the mix. But he shipped them terribly. Let me throw in some footage and show you how it was shipped. Here's what not to do when you ship comics. a thin cardboard envelope with a bunch of comic books with no bags and boards and no bubble wrap. Wonderful packing job. All right, so as you saw, that was just despicable. I mean, if you're going to sell comic books, you should just know, even if you don't know anything about comic books, you should know that if somebody pays you, money for a book or something made out of paper that could get damaged, you should probably put it in some bubble wrap, put it in some sturdy cardboard, and, make sure that it doesn't get totally destroyed during shipping. I mean, I've shipped things exquisitely with bubble wrap and packing paper and really thick boxes. And, I've done incredible jobs packing and had things destroyed by the Postal Service. So the fact that, you just throw a bunch of comic books that are not in bags and boards and you just ship them in an envelope, I mean, that was just crazy, But fortunately, once again, my luck is actually pretty good. Nothing was damaged. There are 2 books in here that are quite expensive books. I got them for great deals. The seller was selling them cheap. But, the fact of the matter is that they were shipped terribly, but luckily nothing was damaged. So we're going to get to this haul in just a second, but I also bought some other random stuff I want to show you, and then we'll close out this video with the haul, some really crazy books that I picked up for great deals, and we'll call it a day. All right, so this was from a totally different seller. They just had a bunch of random stuff that I picked up off of Whatnot, and I just thought they were interesting. The Power Rangers Mask book. It's got a bunch of, I don't even know, just some storyline, but then it has these pop-out masks that I just thought were really interesting. So pretty cool, just something vintage Power Rangers. I thought that was cool. This was really cool too. This is a cardboard comic display. It's like a little file holder with the X-Men on it. I just thought that was so cool. Oh, Punisher. I mean, it actually just has all the Marvel characters. Really, really cool little comic book display. It was laying flat, but maybe I'll set it up and put some stuff in there. I just thought that was really cool. I got this stuff all really cheap. So a magnetic puzzle for Captain Planet. The pieces kind of slid around in there. It is complete. It's still sealed. But I thought that was kind of interesting. Just some random, vintage goodies. Here's a little Aliens trade paperback. Some Alien magazines. Alien 3. Aliens. These are really cool. These were really cheap. I think I got these for like $1 or $2. And I'm a huge Alien Predator fan, so I had to grab some of this stuff. This was cool. G.I. Joe Order of Battle Volume 1. Big, thick book here with all the different file cards on the different characters and vehicles. Being a G.I. Joe toy collector, I thought this was awesome. Had to grab that. We got some WWF Superstars fact book. Just some vintage WWF stuff. I thought it was cool. I mean, for like $1 or $2. Also, the Masters of the Universe books. These are great. Little story books. My son will love these. And this is just kind of random. A Peanuts color and recolor book. Color, wipe off, color again. Unused, kind of interesting. Got some markers or crayons in there, and you just color on it, and I don't even know. I just thought it was kind of funny, kind of interesting. This is totally random. A dinosaur and prehistoric animal sticker atlas. Most of this stuff I'll give to my kid. But, just cool little vintage things. I had stuff like this when I was a kid, and I just think it's so nostalgic. I got a Fangoria magazine. I got some pretty beat up Mad magazines. This one's from '88. This one is from, I don't even see, somewhere. But some Mad magazines are beat up. This was really cool. This is a Look and Find X-Men book. It's almost like a Where's Waldo. So you see, there are pictures, and you have to find the little things, and it's like a Where's Waldo book. This randomly was inside there. A old Hot Rod magazine. So that was kind of interesting. And I also got a Playboy from 1972, little Christmas edition. This thing is super thick, huge book. I don't know. It was $1 or $2, so I just grabbed it because I was just making a bundle with the seller who was just selling random stuff. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at that comic book haul that was shipped so extremely bad, but there were some great books in there, and for some reason, nothing was damaged. Let's take a look now. All right, so this is the haul that you saw in that envelope that was shipped with no bags and boards, no packing material, just a flimsy cardboard envelope. But I'm past it now. My, my anger has subsided. The books are actually in pretty decent shape. There are some lower grade ones in here, but there's 2 expensive books that luckily did not get damaged. This one I bought because I thought it was an awesome cover. I don't collect Tarzan, but that shark cover is absolutely awesome. What issue? Issue 219, little Bronze Age Tarzan. And most of these books were really cheap. The 2 more expensive books, I can't remember what I paid. I'll try to remember as we go through. Secret Six, number 5, 12 cent. I think is that a Nick Cardy cover, probably. Really great artwork. I just think that's a fun run. This one's lower grade, but it's a Silver Age Captain Storm. Thought it was cool. A Silver Age Action Comics. It's got some color wear. It's got some issues, but still cool. It's got a little chip on the corner. A Tales to Astonish 84, also low grade, but just a few bucks. I thought it was cool. Unexpected 149. Great looking book right there. Oh, this is a good one. I think I got this for just a few dollars. That was a great deal on this one. Secrets of Haunted House 42, that classic Joe Kubert skull cover. I mean, that is such a cool book. Secrets of Haunted House 39. Got some Charlton, Ghost Manor, issue 47. Some Ghostly Haunts, issue 38. Couple war books, Fighting Marines, 164, Charlton. Battlefield Action, 86, more Charlton. That one's in nice shape. Some Sergeant Fury from the Bronze Age. We got 124 and 119. All right, so these last couple books, this one I got for like a few dollars, but as a toy fan, this was something I had to grab. Monster in My Pocket, issue number 1. I think I got this for like $3 or $4, maybe less. But this, I mean, it is technically a key issue, I guess, when it comes to comic books. But when it comes to vintage toys, this is one of my favorite old school toys. They're little tiny monsters. They're like little rubber monsters, and you could keep them in your pocket. I mean, they're just little tiny creatures, and they were so cool. I have a bunch in my collection. So I saw this. I had to grab it. I thought it was really cool. It's probably like a $10 book. All right, so this one here, I do not really collect this run here, but I know that they carry quite a premium. Honestly, I didn't even look this one up to see how much it cost or how much it's worth, but I think I got this for like $5, which nobody else bid on it on the Whatnot stream. Like I mentioned, this was a seller that was just selling comics randomly, but they were just like a normal reseller who sold all different items, toys and clothing and sneakers and purses. I don't even know what the heck they sold, but that day they were selling comic books. I saw this in there. Nobody else bid on it, or maybe 1 or 2 people bid, but I think I got it for like $5. And I'll throw it on the screen if there's any eBay comps for this one, but I know that they're typically pretty pricey. So issue number 9 of Cherry. So pretty interesting. This is a adult book, but this last one is absolutely awesome. Super Mario Brothers, issue number 1, special edition. So the first printing of Super Mario has a different cover. It's a little bit different. I think it's a little bit larger of a book. I have it in my collection. I haven't looked at it in a while, but this is a different printing. I'll throw it up on the screen if I can't remember, maybe second printing or third printing, but still holds quite a bit of value. And I ended up getting this, I think, for $20, which there was people bidding on this one. And they had some other books too, other Mario and maybe Game Boy comics. I don't know, a couple other Nintendo books from Valiant. And I had to grab this one, Super Mario number 1, from Valiant, the special edition, whatever printing, but really, really cool. So the book, I mean, it does have a tick right there. Besides that, it's a really clean copy. And these books were in that envelope with no bags and boards, no packing material, no bubble wrap. I mean, I could not believe it. Like, this stuff just hanging out in an envelope, and it made it all the way. And the guy was in California. It made it all the way from California to me on the East Coast in New Jersey. Can you believe that? And I mean, luckily, nothing was really damaged. You know, I'll probably have to press a couple of these books to make them look a little nicer. They might have a little waviness from being in that envelope, but for the most part, they're okay. So thankfully, nothing was destroyed, because I was really worried about this Mario book. So that is everything for today. I hope you enjoyed checking out this pretty big haul of comics. You know, and last time I'm going to say it is, if you're going to ship comic books, please use a Gemini mailer, use a flat rate box, wrap it in bubble wrap, just do something. Use anything that's sturdy and protective. You know, get creative, that's fine. If you don't want to buy Gemini mailers and you don't have comic shipping boxes that are specifically made for comics, you know, you can get creative, but make it protected, make it safe, because, you know, just the fact of when you're spending money, especially decent money, on something, and you get it in the mail and it looks like, you know, a 2-year-old packed it. I don't know. Just do yourself a favor, and pack your comics accordingly. Which I'm sure everyone watching these videos is probably cringing at the little clip that I showed with that envelope. Because, you know, when we buy these books, we want them safe, and we're expecting them to be packaged professionally if they're sold from a professional seller. So that'll do it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and as always, I will see you on the next one, guys.